What's up, people? Right now I'm in Laredo, Texas. Yeah, we're out here at a well site. Been I don't know. I've been out here since December 15th, working nonstop every day. There was a time probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago where I was on standby for three. I was on standby for 2.5 days. So other than that, I've been working every day nonstop. But yeah, I just want to make a little video, let y'all see what's going on out here. We got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. We got 7 trucks out there. All these trucks right there. Those are the silos. If y'all don't know, I know y'all do. Let's see what we got over here. We got the engines over here. You can't make them out, barely make them out. In front of that van, there's an 18 wheeler red. There's another red. There's another red right there. Another one right here. This one right there. Those are the power plants for this whole operation. And sometimes when one of them overheats or needs some maintenance, they'll swap them out. They'll pull one of these trucks out and put another one in. Those trucks run 24/7, like we do. But when we say 24/7, means that the operation runs 24/7 nonstop. Not necessarily the drivers. The drivers, we gotta. We're only allowed to drive 12 hours at a time, and then get your 8 hours. Get your 8 hours rest in. Let's see. What can I show y'all right here? This crane right here. See that crane that's going up? This line that's holding this line right here. That's called a wire line. That's called a wire line. And that I believe holds this pipe, these threaded pipes with all these little this pipe that has all these little joints in it, and all these little joints have holes in them, and those holes are packed with charges, what they call a charge, and it's basically like a little piece of dynamite, for say. Okay, so they drop that wire line in. They drop that wire line in the hole. They drop it in the hole, right? And when it's coming up, I gotta show y'all one day when I'm driving into one of these locations, so y'all know better what I'm talking about. When they drop it in the hole, they drop that wire line in the hole, and when it's coming up, these little charges go off, and it makes little explosions under the ground. So basically, think of it like a kind of like a block of like a sponge, something that's real porous, has a lot of pores in it. Say like a block of Swiss cheese, and when it's coming up, all these little dynamites explode, right? They explode, which makes fractures inside the earth. And then this right here, they shoot. Okay, these trucks right here have sand. We're filling up these silos. That's a silo. This middle one's a silo. That's a silo. Right here in this location, we got 6 silos, and they're full of sand. Okay, so what they do when this wire line goes down, sets off all these explosions, and makes holes and pockets in the earth. And then this sand right here, they shoot that into the hole that this wire line came out of, and they shoot sand and water. They shoot sand and water to pull that oil out, or it's shale. The the drilling process is done already. After you do the drilling, then the fracking process starts. The fracking is the fracking process is after the oil's pulled already. So all the oil's pulled. See this right here? I don't know if y'all can see that. This right here, that's where a drilling rig was at. There was a drilling rig right there. That's what's left. So water gets shot into that. That's a pump. That's a wellhead, right? Water gets shot into that into the ground, so they can pull out the residual that's left from the oil, which is like, how can I explain it? It's like like a like a oil saturated soil, which there's oil in there in that soil, but it's not in liquid form. You got to pull it out and refine it. What's it? It's called shale. That's what the fracking process is. They're mining for shale, not oil. The oil's done already. But one of these days, when I go into one of these job sites, one of these locations, I'll see if I can sneak some video of the wire line and how they're putting it together. Yeah, we drive by that shit, man. We drive by it, and they're putting that wire line, that those charges together, flooding them up with dynamite. With I want to say dynamite. It's not dynamite. It's basically, you could say it's dynamite. I mean, they set off explosions. There's a new radio I got. It's a Striker SR 497 HP. It's a nice radio. It's a big boy. If you're gonna come out here to the in the oil field, I suggest get a Striker. Let me show you something. Changes colors. Yeah, I suggest y'all get a Striker if y'all come out here to the oil field. These are rugged radios. I went through three. I went through three Cobras already out here in less than a year. Cobras don't they don't handle up to the elements out here, because you're steadily in and out of your truck, and you get dust inside of it, and it just messes up the insides. This one I paid $200. No, I paid 175, 150, something like that, a little less than 200. Then I had it peaked and tuned for optimum performance. It's a nice radio, man. I need to take it back so they could. I need to go back and have them install my antennas and tune my antennas. Also, if y'all get a radio, get one of these. This is a gear keeper. This is a gear keeper right here, and it saves your mic. See, because if you had it on a, if I had it on a microphone holder, like a little hook or something up here, just up here, every time I'd hit a bump, it'd be rattling up here, and it would mess up the inside of the microphone. This right here, I hit a bump, and it just swings. There's nothing to, it's not going up and down. It's not messing up the inside of the microphone. This is the mic. This ain't the microphone that came with this radio. I upgraded. I got a better mic. It's a nice mic. Yeah, right now I'm just waiting for these guys to finish up. They're about, I don't know, 15 minutes into the process. This guy right here was the last one to come in. I believe, I don't know, I came in when all these guys were parked, except for him. I was behind him. So I think it started over there. I think that truck was first, this one was second, and then, so on and so forth. But once these guys are done, I'll get in there. How many hours do I got? I got 6 hours and 47 minutes to drive. I got 9 hours and 13 minutes on duty time left. And I got 24 hours and 53 minutes till my 70-hour work week is up. But me, since I don't I don't take my 24-hour reset, I work continuous from one day to the next. Well, see, there's a guy that's already done. Where is he at? Yeah, he's right here. Oh, yeah, I can't see him, but he already put up his hose. That's the hot hose right there. Let's see. This right here. I can't show it. Fucking pin's too big for me to be able to point it out. But what I was saying, if you take breaks, throughout your day, it also depends on what company you work with, because some companies don't let you take breaks. But me, nobody's on my ass or anything. The company that I work for, they just, you're basically on your. No, let me take that back. You're not on your own out here, because they're there whenever you need anything. But they're not on your back. They're not on your ass about, you got to go do this, go do that. You come out here, when you leave the yard, they tell you where you're going. They tell you where to fill up at. You go fill up, and then you go deliver that load. Once you're done, let them know that you're empty, and they'll give you another location. So however many loads you want to do. You want to do 2 loads a day and shut it down for the night, and that's what you can do. You want to do 3 or 4 loads a day if you can, and then shut it down, that's what you could do. If you want to shut it down after 1 load, that's what you can do. That's your money. But there's not really too many on my company. There's not too many guys that do 1 load. Everybody does at least 3. I try to get as many as I can. I use my PC, my personal conveyance miles. I know they changed it to this driver discretion to find a safe haven, but my company has the EOD PC miles marked at 50 miles. So 50 miles after, if I don't have no time, let's say I work my time out, the 6 hours and 47 minutes that I got to work, to drive. current driving 6 hours and 47 minutes. Let's say that I'll max that out. Okay, so I don't have no time left. Or before I max it out, I gotta do my post trip. Do my post trip, and then I'll use my 50 miles conveyance to get wherever I need to get to. Really, it's for personal use, but I use it to get another load, or you know, I used it the other day. I shut it down with 2 minutes to spare. That's all I had left. And if it wasn't for that personal conveyance time, I wouldn't have been able to get to my load site. Yeah, when you're out here, that's basically what you never want to shut down empty. Whenever you shut down, you want to make sure that you're loaded, because that way you're ahead of the game. It'll save you. It'll save you time depending on where you're at. 3, 4 hours. You'll be 3 or 4 hours ahead of what you would have been if you were empty. I always shut down loaded so that way the following morning when I wake up, or the following when it's time for me to start driving again after I shut it down, and I wake up, I'm already loaded. I don't have to worry about getting loaded. I just do a loaded call, text my dispatcher, let them know that I'm loaded. They'll send me the information to the next well that I gotta be at, and I go from there. I'm already loaded. All I gotta do is fuel up if I need fuel, and take off. I don't know. Sometimes, depending on how I feel, I'll load the next morning, or the next time it's time for me to drive. Sometimes I'll fuel up right when I shut it down, right before I shut it down, because I don't really like doing that, because overnight we don't. My company doesn't have the what's it called, the man, I just forgot the damn name. The AC and cooling unit. I forgot the name of it. Uh, I forgot the name. So we gotta idle the trucks all night. So if I fuel up, if I fuel up before I shut down, when I wake up in the morning, I've used up an eighth of a tank. It's not much, but that eighth of a tank, could take you a long way when it comes to diesel. Diesel fuel goes a long way. All right, one of them just honked, let us know that he's coming out. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm next to get in there. Uh, let y'all see the truck. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later.